This is Ukraine's first line of defense if Russia decides to invade, and it is basic. Half a dozen soldiers in snow-covered trenches, no sign of heavy weapons. Russian-backed separatists are just half a mile away.
Вечером. Каждый день, every day. He's saying that every night there's fighting once it gets dark.
These front lines have been frozen for years. A Russian offensive would change that in an instant. But the alarm in Washington is not shared here.
What's amazing to see is that despite the buildup of tanks and heavy weaponry on the Russian side of the border, which is less than 20 miles from here on the Ukrainian side, there's no sense at all that anyone is preparing for an invasion.
The sergeant here asks we not give his name. He says he doesn't expect conflict, but he is prepared. Our commanders told us that we must be alert, he tells us. We are ready to meet guests from Russia.
What kind of weapons do you have at this position? Do you have any heavy weaponry? I don't see any, but I just want to make sure.
You don't need to see, and the enemy doesn't need to see, he says, but we have everything. What they don't have here are many layers of defense. Driving from the front, we see just a handful of checkpoints. If the Ukrainian army can't hold this area, Russian forces could reach Mariupol, a port city of 500,000, in hours. Despite the threat, life here goes on much as normal. At the local market, stalls are open and the shelves are full.
I'd love to know if you think that there will be a war. Но вы думаете, что будет война?
We don't want war. We have children and grandchildren, Natalia says, and there won't be war. We believe that. Some, like Erjan, say that America is exaggerating the threat. No, there will not be a war, he says. It's only Biden who thinks this.
It's interesting talking to people here. Nobody seems to be remotely concerned about the prospect of an imminent invasion.
These people are no strangers to war. All around Mariupol, the hollowed-out remnants of villages destroyed and abandoned by fighting between Ukrainian forces and pro-Russian separatists. But whether moved by denial or disbelief, these soldiers and the people they're protecting don't expect history to repeat itself. For now, they wait, and they watch, and they hope. Clárisa Ward, CNN, Mariupol, Ukraine.